What's going on, everybody? All right, today, um, many people have dogs, and dogs love to chew. And in my case, they love to chew my extension cords. So today, we're just doing something real simple. We're just going ahead and we cut off the bad end that's been all chewed up, and we're going to just go ahead and replace it. We have two choices here. I'm going to go with this one. You can pick them up at a store for about $4 or $5 to $6. So you're going to have three colors. You're going to have black, white, green. Obviously, you have a positive, a negative, and then you have a ground. So, most of the time, I found green is always going to be a ground. So, we're going to go ahead and put our plugs on the end. What I like about these is it's real easy to work with them. All you got to do is just give this an unscrew it. Slides right on out. And there you go. Now, here's how this works out. Green, there we go. You can see it better. A little blurry. Green is going to be where your ground is going to go, which will be that odd looking plug part, because you have a big and a small, which is positive or negative, and this one's going to be a ground. Some of these don't have a ground, and if you don't have a ground, then don't worry about it. Just leave it as it is, because you may end up changing it over to something with a ground. So it's better to still have it there instead of just taking it off and not having it if you need it. All right, with these, works out real easily because I have found the symmetry of these is pretty basic. You have 1, 2, 3, and then you look at this, you've got your 1, 2, 3, and it lines up perfect. If you don't have marks on your wires to let you know, 90% of the time, all my extension cords line up as this. The only reason why I say 90 is because I've had one that I've changed over a couple times, so it's it's a little backwards. But that was my fault because in the beginning I wasn't sure what I was doing. All right, so I'm going to give these ends just a quick little twist just to make sure that they're nice and tight. I may have to cut the casing off of the white just to make sure. Now for this, we'll start with this side. Just give this a nice little unscrew real quick. Now this one's a little bit different, so see if we can fit this in. You know what, let's go ahead and unscrew the black one as well, just to make this a little bit easier. And judging by that, it should slide right into here. I'm trying to hold it at the same time here. 1. All right. I'm still a little hands shaky. Been sick for the past couple weeks. Wasn't doing so good, but I'm doing a lot better now. So, and that's what matters most is recovery. So let's go ahead and we're going to tuck this right behind here. And we're going to go ahead and cinch it down with the screw. Bring this down here. I'll come over here so y'all can see it better. I'm not a professional I'm not a professional electronic. Go figure. I am not a professional electrician. I would be lying if I said I have never been shocked. I've shocked myself many times. I never felt good. But, you know, the way I see it is, you know, you're going to shock yourself here and there. You're going to learn. You got to teach yourself if you don't know. And, I mean, obviously, I'm not recommending anybody just go and start shocking yourself unless that's what you're into. And if that's the case, you're on the wrong channel. All right, so there we go. As soon as we can focus a little bit here. Focus. Let's see. There we go. All right, so we got the top one put in, and it's cinched and then it's curled in through this little hook that's right here. And I'm sorry that my camera work is shoddy because I don't have the best equipment. I'm using my phone, so, but it's all right. But anyway, we got it cinched in here, got it wrapped through and around, and it comes through and hooked right to there. Same with the other side, same, just reversed, going the opposite direction. Now when we flip it over, you can see we're going to have the ground, and we're going to have it sitting right here. And the ground should be no problem to hook right in, because like I said, it is the ground. And it looks like we got the perfect little space at the bottom. But I'm thinking that's as far wide as we can go. I'm thinking we're going to undo this just a little bit more so we could just go do a wraparound. Most of the wiring I've done in my house, they've all had a wraparound. So here what we have is a wire splitter where you just kink it in and just pull it off. And it takes that casing off for you with no problem. And like I said, give it a quick little wrap around just to make sure we're good. And I'm going to go ahead and just do a pre-curl on it now. Now let's undo that a little bit. All right, so if we can, here, let's straighten this out real quick because I didn't get that tip quite right. And give it a slight bend. When working with electronics or electricity, don't rush it, especially if you're not 100% sure what you're doing, only for the simple case of you don't want to do something that's going to hurt you. Also, one of the reasons why I say take your time is because, oh look, now I get it, but there's actually something else I want to show you. Okay, so it's hooked in basically like this. However, here's an issue. You have all the exposure right here. You can simply take some electrical tape, but that's not going to really hold up in the weather. Like, as in for me, I've got a long distance to cover, and it's been raining a lot lately. So don't forget about your cap. And did this on purpose just to specifically show you. You can't put your cap back on to close this all up if you've already have it hooked in. So keep in mind, you have to put this on first. Now, I did one the other day, and I was thinking about that, and I wanted to do a video on putting these on, and I wanted to cover that specifically, and I wanted to do it backwards so I could show you how dumb you may feel when you do all the work, and you're like, okay, we're good, and then you realize, one small thing, and you have to go backwards. So, like I said, make sure you take your time, pay attention to what you're doing, and make sure you got all your components where they need to be. Now, for me, easily and simply, I say easily and simply, I can't get the other one off. I think I tightened it down a little too much. Oh man, that screwdriver's not working, so let's go ahead and go for a bigger one. Sometimes the screwdriver is not your friend. Really? There we go. All right. Now, it's real simple, y'all. Okay? Just make sure you put your cap on. And all you do is just feed it straight through the hole. That is it. There you go. Now that's on. Now, continuing the same process that we just did. Remember your orientation of the stuff. Bam, bam. Okay. All right. Let's slide this. We got a little bit loose on the wiring. To the people that that I know and that know me and stuff. I'm a fun person. I'm always willing to learn something, and that's one of the reasons why I wanted to do a YouTube channel, just because it's fun to learn stuff. It's fun to create stuff. I've got some buddies that they make some pretty remarkable things. Knives. Um, they want to do artwork and make something more artistic and fun. And I'm proud and happy for them for that, because I mean, don't limit yourself to one thing or easy things. If something in life becomes easy, challenge yourself. Find something that'll be harder. And if you don't know something, learn something. Because I couldn't tell if that was thunder or what. It sounded weird. It sounded like somebody was moving, but it can't be somebody moving because I'm on the other side of my property in my workshop. And if there's somebody moving and it's like right next to me, then that means they're on my property. And I know they're not on my property because the dogs would be barking. So, all right, now we got the ground put back in. Go ahead and give this a little quick tightening. Make sure we got that good and secure. If you feel like the wire is not connected in there good enough and you've got it semi-wrapped, don't worry too much, because I promise you, once you start tightening down the screw, the wire will wrap itself around with it. So, all right. I think we're sitting pretty. Oh, I didn't realize I was all up in you guys' face. I'm sorry about that, y'all. I'm just tightening this up. All right. Now let's bring our cap and make sure our orientation is good. Ugh. Got a nice snug fit. Okay. There's that. All right, where did we put our screw? We have our screw right here. Oh, we got a little dirt on it. Yeah, make sure when you're doing stuff, you keep your stuff clean, because the only bad thing is having something get in your way. Man, I could not hold this. All right, let's get our screw primed up real quick. Sounds like it's starting to rain again. But, yeah. Happy. Oh, my goodness. What is my dilly? I cannot. I need like one more set of hands. Anybody got a hand I can borrow for a moment? My problem is squeezing this. So let me grab a towel real quick. Okay. One reason why I'm grabbing a towel is because that really hurts trying to push down on this while trying to get this screw lined up. And I'm trying to do it so I can show y'all at the same time. I don't know how good y'all going to see this because my big old hands are in the way. Oh my goodness, I did not have so much problem with that first one. And I am so sorry if y'all can't see. But if, oh my goodness, come on. I've lost the screw. All right. We need a little bit of a third arm. So let me make a third arm happen real quick. It won't take but a second. Luckily, I've got what I like to call a third arm, because it'll help me in what I need. So, All right, here's my third arm. Isn't it a beauty? Looks just like my other ones, doesn't it? We match. All right. Black and yellow. Hello. If you have kids or you've seen the B movie, you'll get that reference. If you don't get that reference, I'm sorry. You should watch the B movie. It's a good movie. All right, there we go. Bam, third arm. See how it helps out? So, now that's good. Now we got to test it. So, I'll be right back. I'm going to go plug it in, and I've got the other end over here. So, be right back. Okay, guys. So, if we got everything, I went ahead and plugged it in all the way to where it needed to be. And now I've got my other end right here. And we're going to go ahead and plug it in. And if we've got everything correct, then we should have power. If we don't have anything is correct, then, well, I think y'all know what happened. Well, I would say that's a success. And, yeah, beautiful. So, remember, when changing out a plug, this one's completely different than the other one. So, take a look at different ones, see what you like. I prefer those ones. I like those ones. This one I just had extra laying around already. So, just remember, screwdriver, wire splitter, and a little bit of ingenuity. And remember one thing, put your cap on before you go ahead and hook all your wiring up. So, once again, thank you for watching. Thank you guys for sticking around and checking it out. If you like what you saw, go ahead and like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.